we'll adjust as we go, I suppose. Is that? Yep. All right. How's everybody doing? All right, let's jump back into it. This was the last auto save, and it was almost an hour. Well, it was over an hour later than that one. So we'll go with the auto save. I think there was a couple of quests we first got when we started. We might be able to go finish now. We will see. I think I can at least open the locked locker on the unreliable. Alright, so what did we have? Stranger in a Strange Land. Oh, and Bache. That's good. Nope, not that one. Not that one. We did that one. Strange Land. Smuggler took your location a bit too literally. I guess that means the ship is yours now. Find a power. Okay, right. We're gonna go. I don't know why I closed that. We're gonna go back to the ship first. Right, 'cause that's Edgewater. Yep. What is that? Okay. That's true. Yeah, we're gonna go back to the ship. Manti pillar examined. Internal anatomy. That's well, it's something. I'm not sure what, but it's something. Certainly. But do I give her the medicine or do I give Abernathy the medicine?
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
We still have to find the thing. I suppose the thing would be in the locker. 3 out of 4? Come on. I really thought I had one more. I don't suppose we missed something. There's one just laying around. Workbench. Actually, I have like 2 different light pistols. 3? Or no, not even. Oh, I don't have any mods to put on it. I wanted to tinker? No, I think I want to break them down. Costs 50 bits. How much bits do I have? There we go. We will take. That's the light pistol. So maybe I'll break this down. What's the best melee weapon we have? Tossball stick, probably. There we go. Tossball stick, 100. I mean, that's a good point. I was actually reading the wrong number. Damage 24 on that. Is that? Break that one down. Tossball stick does that much. There we are. We'll hold on to the revolver when we need that weapon. What a tinker. Now we're at least we're going to do more damage now, hopefully. We're still going to find that part we need. There's nothing. Nothing. You're empty. Oh, okay. What do we have? I can't unequip that pistol. I guess it's just forever equipped. So we'll take... And... But then how do I know which one I'm holding? Also sick. It's the first one. Second one. There we go. Okay, so if that's how it's going to be. Damn it. I'm still got the hang of this. So, we'll put... Nope. Pardon. Softball. Shotgun. Bad one. Mine. Mine's got a red handle on the one I like. Oh, they're both better. They're both identical. Can't break that one. Can I break it down? Maybe a workbench. Hey, a workbench. I want to break down a thing. Guess not. Whatever. Moving on. What journal drew in the long tomorrow? Either confronted you as We gotta help that robot first. Or do we? Nope. We'll do... We'll head back to Edgewater and walk out from there, I suppose. And maybe we can get enough experience that we can take enough points to repair the robot. We'll take him with us. I don't remember what her case was for me giving her the medicine. Lifetime net value of 3,691 bits. Okay, good for him or her. Them. For they. Good for they. What they. Nothing there. I don't know what to expect when I come over here. No, I don't know why I put that away. Show me people that aren't going to shoot at me. Is this the evicted part of town? Wrong button. That's...
My leg!
Wish I had seen that in the first place. Although him yelling about his leg was pretty funny. Let's just wait for some of that health to go back up, huh? thought I saw somebody moving over here.
Huh? You hiding? You scared?
Oh, there you are. Oh, shit. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, shoot it! Oh, fuck.
That hurt.
He got the drop on me. Unfortunately. But that happens. What? Oh, gotta pick my save. At least this time I know to shoot the thing to blow them all up. And that will be quicker. Hitting the wrong buttons did not prove to be very beneficial, so I will not repeat that. Hopefully. Still getting used to this game. I'm no stranger to RPGs, but this one is... I don't know, man. I'm going to have a bad start with this one. I can't wait to get a companion. I bet I'll be doing better at combat once I have somebody watching the bag. It's up around those buildings. Saw them. A little closer to it. Yeah, kind of like that.
Kill them!
Oh, come on. Fuck. Fuck, fuck. Where'd he go? I can't spot him. Where is he? Oh, there he is. There we go. Reload. Nice, son of a bitch. Jesus Christ. Okay, we tried going up on the left side last time. Let's try going up on the right side this time. Wonder if we can not die as much. Oh boy. 4 of them. Not great. Fuck, he's surrounding me. Fuck. And there it is. God damn it.
So much blood!
Yeah, I'm sure there is. Ah. Maybe I should wait on this particular quest until I level up. I'm not sure. How many times do I want to keep dying on stream on the same fucking part? Not many. As it turns out. We got the drop on them. Maybe if I used my melee weapon instead. Are they back? They are. Sons of bitches are back. I can get a lot closer to shoot that barrel. There it is.
Look out, I'm scared!
You better run. Oh my god. If you shoot him a certain amount of time, he just doesn't die. Just fucking punch him in the face. Ah, here's where it gets real stupid. Does that explode? No. He's the ringleader. Oh, they got levels and shit. God damn. Alright, new plan, we're going around. They might spot me from those upper levels up there, but I'm hoping the distance will work in my favor. back, make sure nobody's around. I count two of them. A hooligan and a hooligan. Maybe they won't follow me inside. Maybe. Maybe that's the case. I guess we'll find out. I don't remember what points I needed to save the robot. Can I get the drop on him? Don't move. Don't move. Never saw me coming. Just don't move. I don't need a lot of these assholes coming after me. I'll just sneak around if I fucking have to. I don't have enough the things to hack anything. Cartridge. Spacer strap. See, I normally don't like sneaking around. I like just taking the fight to him. That strategy is not proving in my favor today. Shit. Take this. Was that armor? To wear an armor or helmet item, navigate to the item and then select it. You can also manage your armor here, break them down, inspect them, compare. Yep, standard stuff. So that does a 3 armor. Oh. We got much better armor. What the fuck am I wearing? Got the 9, and we got the 4. Well, 9, obviously. Bugs. You can keep walking there, guy. Maybe it's his back to me? Is he looking for me? No. Hit the heel! God damn it! It's going great. Couldn't be more pleased with how this is going right now. I think I'm gonna be done streaming this game if I can't get through one part. I don't want to use the gun. Oh, it's too far away. Level 5? No wonder they're wrecking me so easily. They're so much higher level than me.
I smell blood.
No, you don't. Oh. Hang on. Good shit. Gulp. God damn it. Alright. We're not gonna do that one. That's... I don't know. And now all the autosaves have me here? We'll see what that one does. I may have to go back to the 828 one, which was so much further back than everything else. Okay, that puts us back here. Okay, let's go find something else to do that doesn't involve level 5 Marauders. Until maybe I'm level 5. No, show me character. It doesn't show you... Oh. Too many friggin' buttons, man. Oh, okay, so I just need like 600. If I can find like different enemies to shoot, I could level. But I was leveling by shooting those guys, but they are higher level than me. And I would like to be able to at least, you know, have a fair fight at least. I'm just getting frustrated otherwise. Okay, yep, everything's ready. Then we need to find a different quest we can do. Okay, we'll go speak with the robot. I might be able to fast travel to the airfield, right? Oh, he's there? Oh, that's me. He's up at the landing pad, right? Yeah. So we will go there. Because I don't know where else we would have to go. And we know from the other day that the robot's not hostile. They want me to kill him, but I want to save him. Because maybe he'll be my friend. And at the end of the day, who doesn't want a robot friend? I'm a lot like Fry in that way. I don't want to.
Searching for repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
But I don't remember what he says. Oh, it's engineering. I need to fix it. It's the junkyard, not a repair bay.
Navigation systems have determined this location as Spacer's Choice. Designated mechanical repair bay. Attempting to misdirect or confuse a Spacer's Choice mechanical is a punishable offense. Please report yourself to your supervisor.
Right. What is that icon? There's nothing to be found in any of these? Or is it him? He's the thing that's moving around. Of course he is. I thought there was something else over here that wanted my attention. Hello. I will take that ammo. Thank you very much. It will sleep for 6 hours. Well, then I'm glad I'm not on supernova difficulty. I'm not sure what benefit, if any, the sleeping had. The way the light was hitting that, it looks like I can interact with it. What is that noise? Ow, it's you. What's over there? What's up in the hangar there? Enemies. I'm making enemies for sprats. Yeah, I figured that was locked. I was just hoping to find enough enemies over here I could grind a little up. What's up with these enemies? Where are they? Are they in the building? Are they on the other side of the building? Are they coming to kill me? I have so many questions. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Fucking rat. Sorry, sprat. Oh, was I not hovering it over them long enough? Or was there genuinely no loot? Oh, you gotta hit like just the right spot to be able to loot them, which is bizarre. Alright, quick select of your weapon. Not seeing anything. How many more of these little fuckers we gotta kill? Too goddamn much to do it this way. Let's go find these bad guys. You know what though? Let's wait first. I'm gonna save right here. Frequent saves are often a good thing. Let's check where we are map-wise. Something's gonna get the drop on me. Feel it. Sense it. Sense it'd be like right here. Okay. Well, if I can't do the other one, what can we do? Complete that one. Okay. We'll see if we can go talk to the guy in charge. very Bioshock, isn't it? I fucking love it.
Please, Holden, I need to explain this to
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
You guys done?
Seems we've got a guest.
She
Really now,
said that.
Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up.
Oh, Jesus.
I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Oh, would you?
You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you?
This fucking guy. Oh. We can start. I'm starts.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Appreciate that. Fry myself?
Oh, yes. Saw someone put his hands on a regulator while the power was running. His legs were still twitching when we buried him. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered.
Mostly.
Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly abandoned, what do you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
I don't think these people think... Oh, you marauders? Marauders aren't people.
The people living in the botanical labs. They're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Why?
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations. It's our problem, not yours, but I'm asking for your help. If those workers don't come back, Edgewater is going to collapse. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
How will I recognize Adelaide?
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
These workers must have left town for a reason.
That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if they are willing to return to the fold. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
Can't make any promises.
Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith, for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale? Because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented, and may prove useful to you.
Sure, I'll use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Sweet. Companions. You've gained a companion. There are characters that join you in ventures and help in a variety of ways. Combat skills, enhance your skills, increase your character capacity. Special companion combat abilities. All standard boilerplate stuff for companions. Anything I can take? No. That's all. Alright, let's get out of here.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Fair.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. You got a minute? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Figures Reed didn't exactly strike me as the most honest soul.
Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
How well did you know the deserters? You worked with them. You were friends or what?
I don't know anybody well. I mostly listened to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident.
Can't believe anybody would want to leave. The town's got issues.
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
What do we need to talk to the vicar about? Flipping a switch in your power mill?
About if what Mr. Thompson proposes to do is upright. Leaving Miss McDevitt's folk to their fate. Their neighbors. Kin. And maybe he can think of something else to try. Something we ain't. He used to go walking outside town. Maybe he found something that'll help. It's just an idea. That's all.
Where would I find him?
The mission's on the east side of town. You can't miss it. On account of it being the only clean thing.
suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll stop by.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Yeah, your dad's right. Is there anything in here I can have? I'm stealing. I'm the guy that's just tired of me. Nobody's in here. I'm just allowed to walk around. It's kind of weird. And I think Bess is a much better name. I'm not seeing anything in here of interest. Oh, cool. I got a weapon now. No, we're going to leave the kick me sign on there because it's wonderful. Unless I can put it on the side of my ship. Then we might talk about it. It's just a wheel. Alright, I have a different idea. And we're gonna go back to here. Maybe with her, or maybe with my level up skills, we can save the robot. Here's hoping. I didn't mean to hit that. Companion ledger shows you everything you need to know about your companions. So just about. Okay. Oh, let's set her to. Oh, they're both helmets. Oh, keep it wrong button. There you go. So then we would want here. Okay. Let's help the robot. I believe we can save it now. Oh, robot. If I got some news for you, buddy. You may have approached him in your water. Whoa. That's different.
Ah, he ain't no threat. Bet I could fix him up smart.
Searching for repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
I could probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me to.
Go ahead.
Yep, I see the problem. His nav mod got dislodged. Must have taken a tumble. Just gotta give it a good push and wait for the click. There we go. Jeremy's good as new. Well, new by Spacer's Choice standards anyhow. His name's Jeremy, by the by.
Navigation systems operational. Optimal path toward repair bay detected. Initiating self-diagnostics.
Buddy, why did you name the mechanical?
On account of I fixed him. And he's Jeremy on account of his helmet. It's like Jeremy, the officer in True Romantic Tales of the Space Guard.
Is that an Aetherwave cereal or something?
Surely. I make a point to watch every Tuesday night. Be more careful out there, Jeremy.
Self-diagnostics initiated. Please do not disturb. Self-diagnostics initiated. Please do not disturb.
How long does that take?
Where are we headed?
Self-diagnostics initiated. Please do not disturb.
Okay, wait, hang on. So, 42. Comes now the power. Yeah, we're gonna back up a few minutes there. Because I took a wrong dialogue option. I want him to go with me. Slices, dices, cauterizes. What more would you want in a plasma cutter? I mean, really. Okay, we got Pavarti. I want to take a different dialogue option. I want to see if I can get him to come with me. Because you gotta have the robot, right? I mean, obviously. Oh, I forgot to change the quest dimension.
Ah, he ain't no threat.
save the game here so that if I fuck this up, I can come right back to this moment and try again.
Bet I could fix him up smart.
I got it.
Searching for repair bay.
I could probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me to.
I'll do it.
That's not bad work, mister. You done this before?
Navigation systems operational. Optimal path toward repair bay detected. Initiating self-diagnostics.
Oh, hey, don't you owe me something for the repairs?
Spacer's Choice reminds all colonists that serving the Spacer's Choice family is the highest possible reward. I have been programmed to deliver this pre-approved message.
Okay, so I guess there isn't a path where we get him. Okay, oops. Wrong button. Okay, then we will spend our skills. Okay, we will... 2, 3... Let's get that to, yeah, 30. There we go. We'll put one, yeah, we'll put, oops. There we go. Yeah. Oh, how many perks to take? Okay.
Self-diagnostics initiated. Please do not disturb.
Alright, bye, Jeremy. Alright, so... Trying to leave. Hey, look, we didn't kill your robot. He's still valuable to you. Isn't that great? Yeah, this game's a lot of fun when you're not dying in 10 seconds. Wait, buddy.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month.
Bring us honor, soldier.
You won't have to worry about that scout anymore.
You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs? Pulled its optic cables out its head case? Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination. You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer, a weapon to strike fear in their cold mechanical hearts. Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years.
You hid your secret weapon in the lavatory.
Sharp, ain't it? The lavatory is the very last place a mechanical has need to enter.
Let you know if I find it.
On the double, soldier. Don't want the bartender poking around in there with a mop. Go on.
What exactly do you do here?
I'm Ludwig Miller, Associate Security Officer for Transportation. Officially, unofficially, strictly between you and me, I am the only thing standing between Edgewater and total annihilation.
Maybe. So we have to go find his weapon. Behind the bathroom, maybe. That logo in the upper left looks like it should be the logo for Airbnb.
sorry. I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your pay.
Ease off the threats, friend. I'm going.
Boss's orders. We all got quotas to make.
I don't have time for this.
That's everybody's story. Nobody has time for this.
Wonder if the plague's ever gonna pass.
I know, right? Me too.
Keep working.
Social distancing, though. It's important. I'm hoping that I can get the part I need without screwing over the people. That's not a door I can enter. Are you a door I can enter?
Wonder if the plague's ever gonna pass.
Yeah, you said that.
You're not a big drinker, are you?
Found it. Now what? Turn to Ludwig. Alright. Take that back to Ludwig. And maybe we'll get a weapon upgrade. Hey Ludwig, I got something for you, buddy. The exact thing you asked me to go fetch for you.
Ah!
Ow! Mother. And if you had a mechanical's killing weapon, why would you not keep it with you? Why would you go and hide it behind the toilet? That makes no damn sense. Hey,
Bring us honor, soldier.
you say that a lot. From the package you mentioned.
Feast your eyes, soldier. This here's a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit, designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand volts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig.
So how do I use this injury customizing unit exactly?
There's a workbench right through this door. Attach that unit to your favorite weapon and go forth into glorious battle. Time's come for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp. I'm talking about the old geothermal plant. Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss, Reed Thompson.
Don't worry about that. I've already got a passcode from Reed.
I've been after a passcode for years. Boss said no on account of my gross incompetence with all matters related to security. I need you to get us the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a logic module.
I'm supposed to get one of these things.
There's the rub. If a mechanical breaks down, the logic module fries. So you can't rip one out of its corpse. You're going to have to find an intact model somehow.
Kavadi, is the logic module something you can help with?
I don't don't reckon so. I work with gears and pistons and such. Stuff you can put hands to. Computers and mechanical brains are outside my ken.
Of course they are.
You know, she names the mechanicals she fixes. Calls them Bess and Clancy and so on. You keep a careful eye on her. Could be a sympathizer.
So what are you planning?
Don't tell anyone, all right? I've got a contact. A real expert in the inner workings of the automaton. We are gonna rip those mechanical secrets right out of their circuits.
Edgewater's in the middle of nowhere where you don't have a contract.
Well, excuse me. What I meant was I'm going to get a contact. I didn't know I had to be all prissy about my grammar around you. If you die horribly, I will pour out a can of zero-G to your memory.
Thanks. Now, well, he's not here. Should we steal from him? To install your mod, first select the item you wish to upgrade, then choose what type of mod you wish to install, scope, armor plate, etc. Finally pick the mod to install, and boom, you upgrade your item. Both weapons and armor can be modified. Alright. So we will go... We'll put on the shotgun. Max chances the weapon's damage type to shock. Charges the chambered round immediately before firing. Upon impact, round discharge, electrocuting the target. We'll give it a slight damage upgrade. Ooh. Hi. I'm gonna need you to turn around and leave. Turn. Turn and leave. There you go.
You're fast.
Try to be. Alright, so we will do... We gotta go talk to Adelaide. Was she anywhere near? That's where we're going. We'll fast travel to there. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's going to take us right through other territory where those bad guys were. But I'm a level higher with backup now, so maybe that could help.
Heard something outside the walls today.
Nothing for us outside those walls. You ought to know that.
Somebody's been around. Spacer's choice takes care of its own.
Strip the weapon away, that's what he said.
Staying long? We don't get a lot. Spacer's choice takes care of its own.
You're not even going to tell me about the thing you heard outside the walls. It's probably me. It's probably my ship crashing. Facing the right way now? Oh, I gravely misunderstood which way I was going. It's actually back this way. Excuse me. Come on, loading screen. I want to go do the power thing. Power up my ship. Come on. I'm so impatient with loading screens. Okay, are we going the right way now? Oh, those are the quests. That must be me. Oh yeah, so we're... I'm confused because... Is that me? That might be me. If somebody throws it away, it's like okay to take it, right? Because you're not stealing it because it's garbage.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Oh, they were inside. No wonder. Are you Adelaide? You must be. Oh, Vicar. You're the Vicar. Hello, Vicar. Are there stairs or an elevator? Resident.
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you round here too often.
Oh, I just came to talk to the vicar is all. None of us are above confessionals.
What have you got to confess? You ain't thinking of deserting, are you?
What? No. And I resent the accusation.
Wasn't nothing but a question. Do excuse me.
I must be on my way. Verity to you.
vicar. We gotta talk to Adelaide, not the vicar. Oh, okay. Right, got it. A lot of cannery workers. Nothing up there. What was that? Oh, good news. It was nothing. Oh, I remember it. I was up here once before. Oh, that's takeable. I'm trying to follow these markers on the compass up top. I'm not sure I'm reading it correctly. Because I thought that square is who I wanted to talk
Heard
to.
something outside the walls today.
Are you in here?
I'm not allowed in here. Not since the vending machine incident.
Holcomb, got my eye on you, girl.
You're the store guy. I want to hear more about the vending machine incident, though. We're back to church. I guess I have to talk to the vicar. So I want to save it first, just in case that's not what I want to do. Still disappointed we didn't get that robot, though. Oh, vicar. That's not the talk button.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
What sort of spiritual advice do you offer here?
They who are not satisfied with their work are satisfied with nothing. No? How about, work fortifies the spirit. True exhaustion awaits idle hands.
I was actually asking what your religion was all about.
The OSI teaches that the Grand Architect set a perfect system in motion at the beginning of time. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in that grand plan.
How do you talk to this Grand Architect? Prayer, meditation, or what?
You don't talk to the Grand Architect. Once the universe was set in motion, it stepped back. It has no concern for us.
So many good options here. What's your part in all this besides counseling people?
We will eventually decode the plan and all its intricacies. Once we are able to deduce the properties of every particle in the universe and its trajectory, we will know everything. The future, the past, each person's place within the plan, all will be laid out before us, removing struggle and bringing peace. No one will ever need question their path again. Some even believe this ultimate knowledge will unlock mankind's true potential, and we will all become akin to grand architects ourselves, after a fashion.
What does OSI stand for?
The Order of Scientific Inquiry, also known as scientism to the layperson.
This is a scientismist. Scientism, not very religious sounding. You sure you don't just make all this up?
Mock me all you want. I know my beliefs to be true.
Don't worry, I will. Okay, let's get back on track.
What would you like to discuss?
Indeed. How'd you know I'm an outsider?
Not to put too fine a point on it, but your choice of wardrobe is not precisely common hereabouts. Also, you lack the distinctive worker gaze. Usually either a deadening behind the eyes, or in some rare cases, a wild-eyed frenzy, like a trapped animal. Pretty universal here, except for Ms. Holcomb, who, for some reason, doesn't seem to have much to say to me. Isn't that right?
It's just... there's more to it all than numbers. Sorry.
I'm a bit surprised to hear you dismiss your parishioners so casually.
I'm simply bemoaning the level of spiritual awareness in this town.
Isn't it your job to raise that?
Yes, but there are few who hear me in this miserable place. I must double my efforts to elevate my flock. These are good, hard-working people here.
Hold on a minute. You just refer to this town as a miserable place?
Yes, and thank you for pointing it out. It is wrong of me to succumb to distress. This place could be so much more, and I will continue in my quest to make it so. They who are not satisfied with their work are satisfied with nothing. No? How about, what would you like to discuss?
I forgot I hit that one already. Pravati wanted to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do.
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Cut off the power to Adelaide's deserters.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
What do you think of Adelaide's group, Vicar?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
Depends on how well the leader can provide beyond your walls. No? So what do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Is that even possible?
Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
Yeah, I figured they'd be fighting. And why is that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
No fucking way am I doing that. Why would... I assume you'll want to burn it once you get your hands on it.
What? No, I don't want to burn it. I would never... I mean, I just want to... Look, I have a very simple goal here. I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption. It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it. Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Alright, let's go talk to Adelaide. Hopefully, it won't be a whole lot of nonsense between me and the geothermal plant. Because I really just want to get my ship fixed. It seems like a worthwhile goal, doesn't it? I mean, I think so. Save it here. No sense in sitting through all that dialogue a second time, yes? Mythology logs. Batore mating habit. Terraray mating habits. Kane Van Acker, Spacer's Choice. Ethologist assigned to Terra 2 this week. I've decided to study Terraray mating habits. The female Terrarays leave their nesting area in the morning and return in the afternoon with random objects, typically something shiny or bright. Then they build displays with these objects and perform what I can only describe as a dance for an audience of males. If a male likes what he sees, the two go off and nest together in one of the nearby trees. Gerald, if you're reading this, I'm done waiting for you. Collect my things and meet me at the next site. Don't be late. I expect punctuality from my assistants. I do love the unique wildlife and whatnot, and trees and things you find in this game. Fuck. Bullshit. I wasn't even near that one. Not as near as I'd been to the others, at least.
Heard something.
No, you didn't. Closer. Don't see anything here. Oh, I thought the lights in the road were more mines. Hello. What is it? More ammo? Yes, please. Never turn down ammo. Except when my ammo's full. And even then, it's like, I'll be back for you later.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble.
Just want to talk.
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
Look for Adelaide. Need some answers.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
Reed said something about former workers living out in the wilderness.
Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about a geothermal plant nearby?
A geo what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
You and me both. Try to figure out how I'm going to repair my ship.
Well, look at you. Buzzing around the Aether with your very own ship. Rest of us gotta make do with the ground at our feet. No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
So what's we look for?
I go looking for Zoe, I leave the camp undefended, seeing as I'm the only one of us who knows her way around a gun. Hence my dilemma. Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already. Little ways ago. She was always obsessing over her serial dramas. Wanted to see what the fuss was about.
Maybe the Marauders took her away.
Could be. Dangers aplenty out there. No telling why Marauders would steal somebody like Zoe. Got no useful skills, far as I could tell.
Any chance you could put me somewhere specific and not just up there?
Marauder gang just moved into the districts a little ways east. Their numbers are growing. Gotta come from somewhere.
I'll keep an eye out. Oh wait, how well do you know her?
Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
She seems so personable. Can't imagine you didn't get on with her.
She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own.
I'll keep an eye out.
It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
Unless Marauders got her, then parts of her could be in a lot of places. That sounds like something I'd say. I better off her.
Could do without the gallows humor.
I really don't care. Where can I find Adelaide?
Over in the hothouse, tending crop.
Alright, got our marching orders to go find Zoe, who's probably dead at the hands of Marauders.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Cool. We gotta go around to get to Adelaide. Oh, it's the hothouse. Sound effects. Adelaide.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice.
Thanks.
Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear? I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Looks like you made quite a home for yourself out here.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
Why did you leave your old home?
It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Is this your greenhouse?
No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
Surprised you managed to grow anything out here.
The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
The Lewis power belongs to the town. Come back to the clannery. That's about it. Yeah, so consider town is willing to make amends. Town losing power. I wasn't really listening. Should consider moving back to town. He's willing to make amends.
Make amends? Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Reed asked me to divert your power over to him. He mentioned a geothermal plant.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Fair question. Your camp has power regulator. I need it to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
Hero to you, maybe.
A hero to the people who matter. To us. To the ones who come around. To the ones you save. Reed will never understand. He has been too long inebriated on the wine of corporate culture. All he sees is productivity, output, profits.
You think Reed's is trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
Let's say I help you. What happens to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
You think Reed's just trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us.
Said that right. I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Oh, that's a hard one. Do I kill the town or do I kill these nice people? That's oof. I'm kind of leaning towards killing Edgewater, to be honest. It's kind of a shithole. These people seem nice. But is it really fair to... Ow. That was a mine. Oh, fuck you. All right, you know what? I hate to go out like that, but I have been going for the last few hours. So I think I'm going to call it right there. It seems as good a place as any to stop. So as always, thank you for watching. However you have done that. You can find me live on Twitch. You can get if you follow me, you can get alerts when I go live, and I always tweet out when I go live. And I have a Discord channel that you can come join and hang out, and that will give you also notifications when I am live. However, you have watched this, thank you, and I appreciate you. I hope you are all staying well, staying healthy, and taking care of each other. I know that this whole social distancing and corona thing is it's fucking terrifying, and the only way we're going to get through it is one day at a time and taking care of each other. So I hope everybody is doing that. You know, just be kind. That's pretty much what it just boils down to in the end. So I'm going to put up my links in the chat for how you can find me and follow me. Oh, no, that's the wrong link. Like, I have one link. Do you think I get that right? Oh, no, we don't need... There we go. There you go. And I will say have a good night. And I might be back on tomorrow with something. I don't know if it'll be more Outer Worlds. It might be something different. I don't know. We will see. But for now, have a good night. Take care of each other. And, you know, be kind.